That's controversy at the top of the game for the episode on this evening here. After the Indian contingent raised a stink over the mystery girl's presence during their opening semi-match pass, the London organisers have now promised to probe the possible security lapse. Sources in the London Organising Committee of the Olympic Games have told Headlines today that they will dig deep into the bottom of the episode that threatens to mar the opening ceremony. A girl dressed in red and green stood out during India's opening semi-match pass on Friday evening. The Indian contingent's deputy Shakti Mission Muralidhar Raja confirmed to Headlines today that they will launch a complaint to the London Olympics Organising Committee seeking the identity of the girl who may have been involved in a security breach. Well, the mystery girl's presence in the opening ceremony an embarrassment for the Indians and of course more so for the organisers as well. Headlines today sports editor Gaurav Gala caught up with the deputy chief of the mission of the Indian contingent, Brigadier PK Muralidhar Raja, who insisted the girl was not part of the Indian contingent while revealing their intent to lodge an official complaint to the organising committee. Take a listen.
A lot of unanswered questions regarding the mystery woman who marched with the Indian contingent at the opening ceremony. To answer some of those questions, we've got the Deputy Chef de Mission of the Indian contingent at the London Olympics, Brigadier Muralidhar Raja.
We as a contingent, that is the athletes and the officials, started from the games village at 9:30 p.m. and the team was full. The security personnel were checking out our cards and all that at various instances, and no outsider was permitted to come in. We walked for 2 kilometers as a group in a proper manner. Finally, we reached the Olympic stadium where we were to enter in. At that point of time, we were all waiting in various slots. We were behind a country, that is, a flag with IOA, that is Independent Olympic Athletes. Now, just after that, as we were to move in from the organizing committee or the security, I do not know who, because they were saying, okay, now line up, move. And so we moved in. At that time, somebody from them brought this lady and she was also asked to move. So we had no idea who she is, whether she was part of the contingent in front or she's part of the somebody to cover. But after some time, she realized she's walking there and she's moving along with that thing. And nor were did we have any opportunity or the authority to ask her, because by then the lights are on, the music is on, we're on. And she continued to walk nearly 3/4 and then she just about walked off. So all in all, it was pretty embarrassing for the Indian contingent when we saw the photographs.
What is your next course of action? What are you now going to do?
This matter was reported to the President IOA, Mr. Professor V.K. Malhotra, and Secretary General, Mr. Raja Randir Singh, and they have authorized me, and we have prepared their letter to be submitted to the Organizing Committee LOCOG, to the Chairman, bringing to his notice the incident and telling them as to what they're going to do about it.
Has there been any verbal communication with LOCOG regarding this at this point in time?
The subject matter has been informed to their assistants at the lower level, and who have been interacting with us, interacting with us for the past 3-4 months, preparation and all those things. So we have communicated to them that such an incident has happened and we would be coming it in writing by this evening.
Well, the Indians clearly seeing red over the presence of the mystery girl in their midst in the opening ceremony. Nalin and Shika are here with us. Shika, you're dressed in red today, but the lady in red last evening, they're clearly sticking out like a sore thumb for India in that opening ceremony.
It was me.
Come on.
I'll admit it. Yeah, that's dangerous, actually. You feel a little insecure, actually, when someone's encroached on your security there like that. I wonder what the officials are going to do about that. I wonder how safe I am in situations like that. I wonder who she is, to be honest, more than anything.
Nalin, there's been quite a few blips from the London Organising Committee in the lead up to this game, but this one could seriously boomerang into huge controversy if it is indeed a security breach.
No, absolutely, and there have been serious questions in terms of security, as you know, and this was before the game started.
Sure.
So if this comes out, then of course it's going to raise serious question marks on the security arrangements around the stadium. And I think this is a much bigger embarrassment for the organizing committee than it is for the Indian team. For the Indian team, they are just flabbergasted that there is somebody who wasn't,
especially because it's not a member of the Indian contingent.
Oh, absolutely. Now, of course, we hope like hell that this isn't somebody's relative or anything like that. But you heard Muralidhar and Raja saying there that they're convinced that this is not anybody they know. And in fact, I think in the beginning there was some confusion. They actually thought that this is somebody among the volunteers or one of the helpers.
Escorts.
But now nobody seems to know where she came from. And she's walking around rather jauntily around the park with the team.
True. It's important for the organising committee indeed to probe into this issue, and we'll obviously be following each of that right here on Headlines today.